Are you aspiring to be a nurse in California? Well, how much did you know about the rules and regulations of working as a registered nurse in California? Did you weigh out the pros and the cons? So today I'm here to provide you with some basic information about what it's like to work as a nurse in the Golden State of California, covering mainly the pay, nurse-to-patient ratios, overtime, and taxes. Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss out on any content related to personal finance for nurses. Stay tuned, we're about to jump into some awesome facts and figures about nursing in California. So without further ado, let's get started. Choosing nursing as a career is often considered by many as a solid and stable career decision with a decent salary scale. This is even more true for registered nurses in California. When compared to other states, California has the highest pay scale for nurses. According to IncredibleHealth.com, the average salary of a nurse in the United States is $82,750, while registered nurses in California have an average salary of a whopping $124,000. Along with those staggering figures, California also employs the most nurses when compared to the other U.S. states, making it the ideal place for nurses to set up shop. It's for this reason that many new grads yearn to work in California. There are several reasons why the salary figures are higher in California than in other states. The main reason, however, is the cost of living. These figures are prompted because of a state Medicaid program accompanied by a compulsory staffing ratio, making sure that hospitals make use of travel nurses when filling their rosters. Most of the hospitals in California are part of unions and therefore do not have negotiable salaries. Most full-time staff do receive hourly wages and benefits. These rates are calculated depending on the hospital, the level of expertise, and the specialty of the nurse. However, nurse administrative positions generally receive salaries and tend to have classic office hours. Although California has the highest average salary for nurses, different cities have different averages which trickle down to the above-mentioned criteria. The highest paying city for RNs in California is San Jose with an impressive $155,000 average estimate. While San Francisco is a widely known powerhouse for nurse wages, it comes in at the second spot with an average of $151,000. Vallejo Fairfield comes in at third place with a median of $146,000. Although nurses in San Diego earn 36% higher than the national average at $113,000 per year. However, as you can see, this is comparatively lower than other cities in California. Mandatory overtime rules in California are vastly different from other states. Any work that is done after a normally scheduled shift is considered mandatory overtime. A normally planned shift is one that the nurse and the healthcare employer agree upon according to the legislation. Since the start of 2016, California law prohibits mandatory overtime of nurses. This law covers registered nurses, licensed vocational nurses, and certified nurse assistants. Healthcare professionals need to understand and follow through with California's regulations. According to the California Labor Code, employers pay nurses time and a half the regular wage after the standard 8-hour shift or more than 40 hours in a regular week. Furthermore, employers must pay overtime for the last 4 hours of a 12-hour shift. However, using mandatory overtime is prohibited from being used as a scheduling tool except in extreme or emergencies, national or municipal. In order to work overtime, first, a nurse must agree or volunteer to work overtime. Meal breaks and rest periods are also safeguarded under the labor laws. As of the start of 2004, California became the first state in the United States to establish a law to the nurse-to-patient ratio. The ratios can be defined as a maximum number of patients that can be assigned to a registered nurse during a regular shift. Additional or secondary nursing staff can be assigned based on the seriousness or complexity of the patient. This includes the severity of the illness or clinical needs. The Department of Health Services, or DHS, which was assigned under the law to allot the ratio, set a ratio of 1 to 2 RNs to patients in the ICU and labor rooms and 1 to 1 in the operating room, etc., etc. Before allocating a nurse to a clinical area, orientation and verification of current competency are required. The same orientation and competency evaluation requirements apply to temporary employees as they do to permanent employees. Just like everybody else, federal income tax is applicable to nurses. The income tax can vary based on the amount of what you're making. For a single filer, the estimated applicable tax floats above 9.3% and can vary if your income ranges anywhere from $58,000 to $295,000. Although it may not seem to be a great amount, the take-home of a registered nurse can be greatly affected by the additions of tax, pension funds, or saving funds. These taxes can be reduced to several deductions which nurses can use. Mortgage interest, property taxes, and state and local taxes. These common non-nursing expenses qualify as deductions on your taxes. Specific nursing-related deductions cannot be claimed if you elect to use a standardized deduction. However, if you do not have enough deductions to provide you with a sizable tax cut, utilizing the standard deductions may be preferable for you. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Hope you found what you were looking for and enjoyed our content. Make sure to subscribe and look out for more of our content in the future. See you all next time. Peace.